ZOMG, what up guys? We have another battle here against MrFlamethrowa, or aka BulletPunch94, I think that's his name, on Maryland, whatever. And this is for some tournament thing, and yeah, let's get started. Yeah. So I lead off with the Roserade, he leads off Jirachi. I don't even want to risk like what this Jirachi is, because it's probably Scarf since it's lead, so I just switch out and go right to Pert to take the U-turn. He goes into Selby, I switch back out into Roserade in case he lead cheats or does that, Thunder Wave. Doesn't matter because Natural Cure will just cure it. So here I go for Toxic Spikes just to get him up. And yeah, cool stuff. So I go back into Pert because I want to get some Stealth Rocks up, because they were really helpful in this match, kind of, sort of, but yeah. So I Stealth Rock, he goes back into Celebi, and yeah, so I'm just munching on my leftovers, eating my Mudkips, yum yum yum, and yeah, I go back into Roserade just to see what he's gonna do, and you get him Power Fires, but surprisingly Roserade takes that relatively well. That's what I was scouting for mainly, to see if that Sylvia has hit Power Fire, but of course it does, because all of them do. So I switch back into Tyranitar. He goes into his own Tyranitar, so I don't know what this Tyranitar set is yet, so I want to figure out. So I switch out and go to Rotom. He switches out too, and he goes in Gliscor. I was like, fuck, this thing really pissed me off the whole battle, this thing right here. This thing was such a pain in the fucking ass, holy crap, but you'll see later. Yeah, so I trick, and he makes a smart move and goes into Heatran, because most Heatrans don't mind being scarfed at all, so I go into Latias, he gets some Stealth Rocks up, so I'm like, ooh, sweet, he's locked into Stealth Rock. So this can give me a chance to do something, which is Draco Meteor. So that did nothing to that Tyranitar. I mean, I know I'm a bulky Latias, but fuck, holy crap, that Tyranitar is fucking bulky as hell as well. So I switch out and I go into Pert, yeah. So he rests, I'm like, fucking A. That thing has rest, you gotta be kidding me. So he switches out, and he goes into Starmie. So I'm like, haha, roar. And he gets switched back into Trance. So I was thinking of EQing, but I thought he would switch again. And he made a smart move and go for the Will-O-Wisp, and that really did some damage. Actually a lot of damage to Pert, which really sucked. He goes into Gliscor, and I have no attack that can stop this Gliscor, but either way, he switches out. So I'm like, okay, so I roar again. He goes back into fucking Gliscor. I was like, god damn it. So I don't know what to do to this thing, actually. There's nothing really I could do to this. I mean, virtually eventually he's just gonna wear down this. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil anything, you'll see. Okay, so I go back into Rotom. He switches out and he goes into Tran, and I go for the safe lead Storm. And yeah, so should have gone for the T-Bulk. I went for the obvious switch, but I didn't. So I switch out and I go back into Latias. He goes into Jirachi. I'm like, damn it. So then I have to switch out again, because there's nothing I have that really. No, I stay in. I stay in for the. Oh yeah, I go for a Wish. Yeah, I go for a Wish. And here's a huge mistake that I did. I switched out for a retarded reason and went to Scizor. I should have just stayed in and let given the Wish support to Latias, because even that Crunch, like at this point, I know that Tyranitar's freaking bulky as hell, so I'm pretty sure I could have survived a Crunch. I mean, my Latias is a special defense wall, but still, I mean, I don't know why I did that, but that was really a bad move on my part. And so yeah, he goes back, he gets back in Gliscor. I'm like, I think I can outrun the Gliscor, but no. I was like, wow, that really surprised me. A Gliscor outran a Roserade, so I was like, wow, cool. And so he goes back into Tyranitar, and I just T-Bolt, and that does jack shit. I was like, what the fuck? So this thing is so annoying as hell. I want to kill it so badly, holy shit. But yeah, I go into Scizor, and he makes a smart move and goes into Heatran, and I'm just getting over-predicted like everywhere. I was like, holy shit. So yeah, now Latias is really weak, and there's not much I can do. I think I Wish again. I switch. Why'd I switch? I have no idea. I don't know what I was thinking here, but whatever. I switch and I go back and Pert. Here's where the burn really starts pissing me off. Like, the burn damage is just, with Stealth Rock and burn, it's really starting to accumulate. So I just go back into Tyranitar, and he goes in his fucking Gliscor, and Stone Edge misses, but man, it didn't matter. I was like, whatever. He was like, sorry. I'm like, it's cool. And then I go back into it's a toxic miss, thankfully, but I don't think it really changed anything, and that made up for the miss Stone Edge. So I go for the Leaf Storm, and I'm like, yes, I made a good prediction for once. Holy shit. And it still doesn't kill the Tyranitar. I was like, wow. And I know another one won't, because after the lefties and the special defense drop, it probably won't kill it. So I go to my Tyranitar, and I see Curse. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, oh, this is that rest talker bitch that walls every shit. So I'm like, okay, an EQ has to kill this thing. But it lives! I'm like, holy shit, wow. The thing fucking lives. I was like, oh my fucking god. So I switch out and I just go to Scizor. And he switches out. And he goes to Gliscor. And I'm like, ah, fuck it, I'm gonna go for the Bullet Punch. I think, yeah, I go for the Bullet Punch and it misses. I'm like, god damn it. So right here, I think a lot until I finally make my move, because I don't know if he's gonna like EQ again or Toxic, predicting Rotom, but he goes for a Roost, which is what I didn't expect that, but that works just as well, I guess. So I'm just gonna go for the safe, what's it called, Leaf Storm. I mean, I don't care if he goes into Trend. His Trends are really weak, so it's eventually gonna die. And yeah, but so are my guys. They're like really getting withered down, and he's like hardly losing anything because all of his folks are like restoring everything. So this is my last ditch effort for Scizor to do something. So I just say fuck, and I want to see how much a Bullet Punch does. And Bullet Punch does a good chunk. I mean, we were both surprised at this. We were like, wow. I mean, with lefties, it does a little bit less than half or something. Yeah. So I go back into Rotom. I'm just going for the safe Leaf Storm. But alas, the Heatran has times 4 resist, gonna do jack shit. So I go back into Perk to take the Flamethrower, and at this point, Perk is dead, Latias is dead. I basically lost. I really basically lost at this point. So I just EQ. Maybe if he stayed in for the weirdest ass reason. So we were talking about how he should have, like, him rapid spinning would be really good to get rid of the Stealth Rock that was worrying him. So I'm just saying, fuck it, I want to at least kill one thing. So I used Hidden Power Electric to kill this Starmie. He was like, wow. Yeah, Hidden Power Electric, I know, right? And so he goes back into Jirachi, and at this I know this thing's scarfed, and it's just gonna Iron Head everything I have. I was thinking maybe a miraculously Tyranitar could outspeed a Jirachi, because it was like Jolly and all that shit, but that doesn't happen. So we Iron Head Rotom, it's too weak to take it. And my last is Latias, who's obviously gonna die to an Iron Head, so great game, Mr. Flamethrower, aka BulletPunch94, however you want me to call you. It's cool, or Danny, however people call you. It was really fun, it was really good. That was like the best battle I've had in a while, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm gonna leave a link into his YouTube. He's a really great battle, actually. So I mean, I think he deserves a lot more recognition, and he's like, just go subscribe to him because he's really good, and he really has good battles, and I think he's really cool. So yeah, rate, comment, sub to both of us. I'll talk to you later, guys. Peace out.